Welcome, students of Standard 10. Today I am going to discuss the various programs based on constructor. Okay, the types of programs. Basically, the programs are based on either non-parameterized constructor or a parameterized constructor only. Okay, others are beyond the scope of your syllabus. So let us see, based on non-parameterized constructor, there are two programs. Based on parameterized constructor, there is one program, and based on the combination of non-parameterized as well as a parameterized constructor depicting overloading of constructor, there is one program. Okay, so you should be aware of the types of program based on constructor that could come in your examination. Let us see the first one. The first one is a non-parameterized constructor, that is a default constructor, or it can be any constructor, any non-parameterized constructor, to assign initial values to the global data member or members. So based on this particular topic, we are going to have a program. Well, let's see the program here. This is the question on this, the thing that we have discussed just now, that is a non-parameterized constructor to assign initial values. You have a class named prime in global data member. This is the constructor to assign initial value. So whenever you have a constructor to assign initial value, it will always be succeeded by that is a member function to accept. Now here what we are doing is we are accepting the value of x. Then we have a void display, checks and prints whether x is a prime number or not. So whether x is prime or not. Let us see this one. Then we have a write main method to call the above methods. The above methods we have to call. Remember, constructor, especially non-parameterized constructor, is never called from the main method, never invoked from the main method. It is automatically called. So let us see the solution in this case. Now when you look at the solution here, you see, to begin with, the class name. So this is your constructor. It assigns initial value. So being an integer variable, okay, so I just a minute over here, that is int x has to be written here, and then after that prime, here x is equals to 0. Now void input, system or println, enter an integer. Now x is equals to sc dot next. So remember, here the function of constructor is just to assign initial values. So we have an input function to accept, fine. Then we have another function to check and display whether it is prime or not. So this is the function, display function, where c is counting the number of factors. If the number of factor is 2, it is prime, otherwise it is not. Then we move on to the main method. As I said just now, that is non-parameterized constructor is never invoked from the main method here. Okay, so you just create an object of prime and then call the other two method, that is ob.input and ob.display, because they are without argument, without return, so they are written as it is. Okay, then we move on to the second one. The second one again, it's a non-parameterized constructor. A non-parameterized constructor, okay, to accept values. Now just like how we accept it, we have just seen input function, or in other cases in function based program we have seen accept function, get data, input data, receive functions. So those functions are basically used to accept. So just like that, input function, instead of input function we have a non-parameterized constructor. Okay, let's see this one now. Now here is the question. Class name prime, index, positive integer. Same program I have taken to illustrate. Prime, open close bracket. Now look at here. In the previous program it was to assign initial value. Now it is a constructor to accept value of x. Then void display. There is no input function because it is here the constructor is serving that purpose. Void display to check and print whether x is prime or not. And then write main method. Then so let's see the solution of this. Look at the solution. The solution as it is, index, scanner, sc we have taken over there. Prime, now look at here, the prime function is just like the input function, it is working. So that is enter an integer as x is equals to sc dot next int, as we did in the previous one. Then void display as it is, there is no change because we are checking a prime number. So for prime number, as you know, for int I is equals to 1, it is equal to, so for int I equal to 1, I less than equals to x, I plus plus. If x modulus I equals to 0, c is the counter. If c equals to 2, print that is x is prime, otherwise it will display it x is not prime. And then again, as I said, non-parameters cannot be invoked from the main method, and so here we have, there is no input method, so we have only object, that is what you call display. So through object creation we have invoked display method only. So that will be automatically invoked. Constructor will automatically be invoked the moment we execute a program. Okay. Now we move on to the next one. That is the third one. In the third case, we have a parameterized constructor to assign values to global data member, that is instance variables or class variables, when called implicitly. Whenever you have a parameterized constructor, that has to be called implicitly from the main method. Okay, that means values have to be assigned when you are writing the object, when you are creating the object, okay, in the constructor itself. So the third one we are doing now, the third one, this is what the parameterized constructor, the question looks like. Here, int x, class name is prime, x is a positive integer. Look at here, this is your parameterized constructor to assign x. To assign x what? Using what? Using a. That means through a we are assigning the value of x. So a will derive the value when the constructor is implicitly called. Then void display to check and print whether x is prime or not. So it will check as it is, the display function will perform, and then write main method to call the above methods. Here the parameterized constructor has to be invoked. Please remember, non-parameterized constructor is never invoked. It is the parameterized constructor that is invoked implicitly. Okay. So let's see the solution in this case. So if I draw your attention towards the solution, look at here. Same problem is there, same thing, same type of solution, but the only thing changes over here is you have a parameterized constructor. So what happens is a will derive the value when it is implicitly called, it will come to a, and a value will move to x. This is what exactly it does. So the parameters derives the value from the value that is assigned by the user in the, that is the constructor when it is implicitly called, and then thereafter what it does is it assigns the values to the global data member, and then the process begins. So the process here is to check and print whether the x is prime number or not. The same program as we see, c is a counter, counting the number of factors. If it is 2, then it is prime number, otherwise x is not a prime number. Here we go with the next, that is the, as I was saying, mentioning about implicit call. So here what happens, I have taken a variable, enter an integer, say int y equal to ic dot next int, and then prime ob equals to new prime, and this is what is called the implicit call. So here what happens, I have used a parameter. You can use a value also. Now instead of writing this, all these things, instead of writing y, I can simply give any number over here. So then it becomes an argument. So here what happens, the y value goes into a and the a value goes into, that is x. In other words, suppose if I take a value as 10, so 10 will go pass into a value will go into x. That means x at the end will store 10. So 10 will be manipulated and checked whether it is a prime number or not. And that's how it will be displayed. And then of course, we know the function is invoked here. So here the constructor is invoked by the new keyword. Okay, this is all what happens, then only what happens, the y value goes into a and a value goes into x. And whereas the function is invoked by the object creation. So let's move on to the third, that is the fourth one that we have. In the fourth one, we have a non-parameterized constructor. Okay, to assign initial values along with a parameterized constructor to assign implicitly to the global data member. That is what you call depicting the constructor overloading. Now this is the fourth one, that is it depicts the overloading. So any constructor based program will fall under any of these categories. So if you get a constructor based program, it will fall under any of these 4 categories. Okay, so the last category where you have a non-parameterized constructor as well as a parameterized constructor. So the non-parameterized constructor here is basically used to assign initial values, and the parameterized constructor is used to accept the values. Okay, so here what happens, that is assign x using So here we have the data members. So class name is prime, data member is x. Prime, see this is the non-parameterized constructor to assign 0 to x, and here is prime int x. That means this is a parameterized constructor to assign x using a. Okay. Then void display to check and print whether x is prime or not. And then you write main method. Okay. So let's say we have to write main method because there is a parameterized constructor, so we have to write a main method. Whether or not, whether it is given or not, it's always better, advisable, write main method. But I am writing down for you. I am specifying so that you can understand better. So write main method. Let's see the solution here. If you look at the solution here, same thing, int x, scanner x class, okay, object has been created, non-parameterized constructor to assign 0 to x, and parameterized constructor to assign the value of a to x. Now a will derive the value when it is called, when the constructor is called. Display function as it is, it checks and prints whether it is prime or not, as we have seen already, taking c as the number of vertical factors. It is counting here as the moment x is being divisible by the value of I, any value of I. And finally, when c is 2, it is, it means it's a prime number, otherwise it's not a prime number, that is x is printed over here. Now the medium part is here. Now what I have done is prime OB equals to new prime. It is here that I have taken value. In the previous case I had taken a variable, and now I have taken a value so that it, you'll be able to understand. So feel free to write anything over here. Don't hesitate. Don't worry about it. You write 7. You can take accept a value over here. Say int x1 is equal to sc dot next and write x1 over here. You can write a parameter. You can set it as a parameter. You can set it as a value also, as an argument as well. There is no problem as such. Okay. And then invoke the display function. And so what happens? Your display function is invoked, and that's how you get your value. Okay. Now for further queries, it's better that you subscribe to the channel, so that what happens every now and then, as I put up your video, as I upload the video, you'll get a notification and you'll be able to understand better. Okay. And before it is put up in the school website, though it will be put up in the school website, except the assignment will be there. So go through the assignment, go through the videos. And in case any doubts, please do write to me, so that the moment I receive your question, I will be able to answer you properly. Okay, I will be in a better position to answer you, and I will help you in any case you need. So till then, be safe, stay at home. God bless you all. Have a nice day. Thank you.